Hey everybody, it's time for Off the Ledge. It's Friday already. It's Friday, July 18th, 2025. I hope you're having a good day so far. My apologies for not doing a pop-up yesterday. I ran out of time. I plumb ran out of time. It's already Friday, for instance. But I was in Maine, as you saw. I encourage you to watch the live stream. I know it's wobbly because I was walking around. But there's about almost a half an hour live stream video from that yesterday. It was a great turnout in Maine and Portland proper. And I also was at South Portland a little bit earlier, like an hour before. So I just kind of basically went over the bridge. And it was good. The energy was good. The sense of stick-to-itiveness was definitely present. I feel like Indivisible really, it's a good name because it won't be divided. There was even a trans person who served in the military at the end of the video, speaking up, speaking out. I might get more involved in the Maine division of Indivisible. There's a certain kind of an energy that I'm looking for, and I haven't been able to find it locally. And Boston is a lot of traffic to go through to get there, so it's a little bit less actually to go further. Maine's a great state. I also spent some time at Old Orchard Beach last night. I have family that live up there, and I posted the picture of the lobster roll. There's a really good place for lobster rolls up there, and if you want the lobster salad made with butter instead of mayonnaise, you can do that too. It's delish. So anyway, it was a nice kind of reprise from all this work that I do, and it was very noticeable to me how many fewer tourists were there. Because in Maine and other really northern states, tourism comes from Canada. And it's interesting what's going on in this country right now. I'm going to read from Ernest Holmes as usual. I just want to take a moment to thank you all for showing up every day. Please share this video. Please share the Off the Ledge videos. I mean, because you could be helping someone else. If someone's discouraged and down and they need a spiritual boost, maybe what Ernest Holmes says, maybe something that I say, sometimes it's just one thing that can make you go, I'm not going to jump after all, right? And not just you, everybody. These times that we're in really require a redirecting of our thought energy, because it is heinous what's going on out there. Shout out to Jim McGarvin from the wonderful state of Massachusetts, who's really been holding the line for democracy. And Cory Booker's doing his best. And a lot of them are really, Jasmine Crockett, a lot of them are working really, really hard for us. The ones that are working really hard, we really have to give them a lot of appreciation. So make sure you call their offices and thank them and tell them we're with you. Keep up the fight. They're representing us. Don't miss PNN tonight. Friday Night Live. There's a lot of topics that need to be dug into psychically. So, once again, tell your friends. And just a quick housekeeping note on that. I did set it up for StreamYard tonight. I've had a little bit of trouble with StreamYard, so if it kind of goes on and off tonight, just wait, because then I'll just reboot. Hopefully StreamYard will work. So let's be patient. July 18th from Ernest Holmes. We are warmed by the love of God. Behold what manner of love the Father hath bestowed upon us, that we should be called sons and daughters of God. He took that line from the book of John. Divine wisdom. It has been truly said that love is the lodestone of life, the treasure of earth, and the highest gift of heaven. Love is. We all wish to feel that we are kept in the arms of love, protected by its shelter, and warmed by its feeling. But someone might ask, how do we really know that the universe rests on the shoulders of love? The answer is simpler than it might appear. For instance, no one is ever harmed by love. The more love there is in our life, the better off we are. I pause for loud trucks. The more love there is in our lives, the better off we are. While the opposite to love, which is hate and dislike, can actually consume us mentally and destroy our health physically. The opposite to love, which is hate and dislike, can actually consume us mentally and destroy our health physically. Does that bring anybody to mind? Just saying. If then love builds up while its opposite destroys, we may be certain that there is a universal reality to it, that we actually are immersed in an infinite love as well as a divine wisdom. And we must learn to feel the presence of this love and rely on it. And so it is. So just to mention, reflecting back on the rally and the rallies that I've attended, there's a real love in the communities that are rising up to save our country. There's a real sense of, wait, we might be different, but I love you as a human, and you love me as a human. Oh, good. There's a real sense of that is growing, that common ground connectivity. You want farmers to succeed in this country so that we can have food? Yes. You're opposed to masked thugs kidnapping people off the street and out of the farm fields? You're against that? Yeah, so am I. You're against taking away Medicaid and Medicare and health care for all Americans, especially those in such dire circumstances. Oh, you're against that? So am I. You're against this government burning tons of food that has been allocated to give to hungry children here and around the world. You're against that? I am too. We are finding common ground, and we're even finding common ground with MAGA. And I want to just take one moment to remind everybody that if we see somebody, it could be this Epstein thing, who is all Trump, and we see them, a light goes on in their eyes, and all of a sudden a feeling of questioning, do not cut them down and say in any way, manner, shape, or form, this is really important advice, told you so. Because that will just shut them down and make them just not want to participate in anything. Right? I know you're not doing that. I'm just reminding us. Let's listen to Kathy Beale. Our astrological forecast for today. And I believe Mercury has gone retrograde. Yes. Pretty sure. Oh dear. Her forecasts keep getting lost. Here it is. Lost in the text messages.
This is Kathy Beale of EmpowermentUnlimited.net with Astro Insight for July 18, 2025. Another Mercury retrograde is upon us. This one has the potential to help you really pick up a lot of pieces of yourself that are strewn throughout the past. Think of it as self-paced soul retrieval. It could go more deeply than you think. There could be things going on that you're not aware of because this retrograde starts during a void, of course, moon, which kind of underscores the things may not be as they seem aspect of any retrograde. This one opens the door to creative projects, desires, and people from your past in a really, really big way. That's all for now.
So when Kathy says things may not be what they seem, that's kind of the theme for PNN tonight, because I really have seen psychically a lot of things that appear to be one thing, but they're something else. Don't miss our show tonight. Okay, let's pull 3 cards. And I'm curious to know how your experience was at the rallies that you attended. I do want to mention one thing, and that is that on not only one occasion, I have encountered people who are out there holding signs. It's always women. They have a really strong distrust. And I'm trying to kind of figure out what that is. Like, even so far as for me to say, hi, my name is Annette. And this one woman was like, I said, what's your name? I'm not going to tell you. Or being in the parade on the 4th of July and being with, around a group of people that were holding pro-democracy signs and saying, show me what democracy looks like. I was saying that. I was shouting that like a cheerleader. This is what democracy looks like. And these people had a problem with my existence. That needs to stop. This competitiveness, this no, don't taint my thing. That needs to stop. We need to start trusting one another. If I ask somebody, I was just blown away by that. Yesterday I was like, hi, my name is Annette. What's your name? I'm not going to tell you. What the hell? I don't know. You can put in the comments what you think that is, because it blows my mind. Anyway, we got to get out of that bubble that so many people, find themselves in, which is a result of our isolating as a society, which has gotten us into this problem that we're in. All right, I'll stop. I need to write another Substack because there's so much on my mind, and that's how I get it out. Please go to Annette's Substack. My last Annette's Substack is about other countries seeing the United States right now as monsters. Getting out of our ordinariness. Mercury's retrograde, I can tell. Getting out of this, moving into our vision. I got this card yesterday also, moving into our vision of what we want to see happen. Having patience with ourselves, and one way to have patience with ourselves as a collective pro-democracy movement is to see the progress that we're making. There's a lot of support out there for pushing back against what's going on, a ton of support. Don't get too wrapped up in the horror and the terror. Let's just keep working. All right, I'll see you later on. I will do a pop-up today a little bit later, so like I said yesterday, the day just kind of ran away from me. See you soon. Please hit the thumbs up. Please book a reading, and just know when you book a reading, that's one more bill that I get to pay. I appreciate it, and all you who donate, thank you so much. For members, I'm going to start a new series next week, and it's about how to be and feel empowered. All right, namaste. See you soon.